Hello there, Dallo280 with another Days Gone video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the Drifter Crossbow. So let's get started and head to the nearest gun locker, which is exactly here. Now, the Drifter Crossbow is part of the special weapons, and as you can see there are two crossbows available to you in the game. First one is the average condition. Second one is the Drifter Crossbow, which is military specification. Now, the only difference really is in the damage and accuracy parts. Drifter gives you a little bit more damage and a bit more accuracy, but nothing great. But for this video I'll be using the Drifter Crossbow, which isn't available to you immediately in the game, but when yourself and Boozer make the trip down to Lost Lake, once that mission is completed, then it becomes available. So, let's get started, and we'll go and look for some enemies which we can test out the Drifter Crossbow. Okay, we're down in Belknap in the Marion Forks area of the game itself, and I need some victims to test out the crossbow. Now, it's all quiet at the moment, but there are 3 nest sites, one of which is in that building right opposite there. So let's have a quick look at the crossbow itself. There are 5 separate bolts I can use: explosive, residue, standard, poison, and incendiary. Now, all of the bolts are crafted with scrap and cedar sapling. I don't know if there's any around here. Okay, I don't see them, but they grow abundantly in the game, so they're easy to pick up. Now, the explosive bolts, they need gunpowder and a spark igniter. Residue, well, you'll get that from the nests that you take out. Poison bolts use poison, obviously. You can pick up poison in the game, but you also get water hemlock, which is another poison, but you can't get that until you get to the far south, specifically at the Bear Bay ambush camp. And lastly, incendiary bolts require a rag and some kerosene. Now, you have to be careful with the inventory wheel, because sometimes the bolt you've chosen isn't necessarily the bolt that gets loaded. So I'm going to use incendiary bolts first of all, and I can see the fire at the end, so I'm going to hit this window here with the fire bolt. Nice distance shot there, and you can see the smoke, so I should get confirmation that the nest has been destroyed and the freakers are going to come out. So let's try a residue bolt first of all. Okay, now freakers always come to attack you. However, I'll show you what happens when you use a residue bolt on a freaker itself. Okay, you can see the blue diamond on them. That means they're under the influence of residue, and instead of going to attack me, they go to attack each other, which is very handy. Okay, let's choose another bolt. Let's try explosive bolts. Okay, there's a nice wee group here. Let's see what happens. Damn, what was that? Explosive? See, wrong bolt. There we go. Everybody killed. Okay, that means I've got nobody else to test it out on. So let's go and take out another nest. Okay, back to the incendiary bolts. Again, you can see the distance I've got here from the nest itself. Huge distance. Okay, and here they come. Let's try poison bolts this time. Okay. Who's chasing me? Nobody. Okay, so that was the poison bolts. Took them out pretty quickly. But you noticed that I had to kill that last freaker with a melee weapon, because one of the drawbacks to the Drifter Crossbow is that it does take a bit of time to reload. And with the carry that weight skill, I'm able to carry 6 of each of the bolts. With the exception of the standard, I can carry 15. Basically, you can craft as much as you can carry, as long as you can find scrap and cedar sapling. Okay, so that was residue, poison, explosive and incendiary bolts used on freakers and nests. So let's have a look at a destroyed nest and we'll see what I mean about the residue. Okay, let's just craft some more. Now I can pick up.
Might be useful.
Okay, let's make up more nest residue. So Drifter Crossbow against freakers. I think that's a win-win. Right, let's go and test it out on some human enemies. Okay, we've had the Drifter Crossbow used against freakers and infestation nests. Now I'm going to try it out and show the effectiveness on human enemies. Now in Cascade region, and the place of choice for the test run with the Drifter Crossbow is the Horse Creek ambush camp. Alright, I have explosive, residue, standard, poisoned and incendiary. Now I'm going to leave the residue till near the end and we'll see how the residue affects human enemies. So we'll start off with the standard bolt. And you see a distance we've got here.
One down. Let's do this.
Now, to get a shot like that, you would really have to use a sniper rifle for accuracy. With the Drifter Crossbow, you not really have to go for headshots either. Body shots is generally a one hit, one kill. Okay, there's another one there. Excellent distance shot, nice and quiet. Okay, let's try poison on this one here. You can see the purple indicator there showing that he has been poisoned, and she should drop down dead right now. Okay, so far so good. Here's another poison victim coming. You can see them being sick. Clearly the poison's doing the work. Another one dead. Now I can see an enemy way over here. Let's see if I can hit this one. Yep. Like I said, if you want to do a shot like that, you're going to need a sniper rifle. So let's now try incendiary bolts and see how we get on. Okay, there's someone standing, not paying attention. Big mistake. Instant. One hit, one kill. And another victim over here. And down. 7 down, 7 to go. Here's another victim.
Let's do this, come on, you murdering son of a bitch.
So let's try an explosive bolt and we'll see how that affects the human enemies. Okay, get ready for the big bang. Oh, that's another problem with the inventory wheel. What you think you're firing isn't actually what you've chosen. Now, I've just infected him with a residue bolt, and he's going to come running looking for victims. So I'll make a sharp exit. Try and choose explosive bolts. There we go. Now you would think explosive bolts would attract everyone's attention, but no, he's just standing there. Okay, let's try residue on, okay, he's away running. You can see the blue diamond through there. Obviously, that's another person under the influence of the residue. They will die eventually, which they obviously have now. But residue bolts are used to a really good advantage. You could infect one or two in a camp and sit back and watch them take care of the rest of the camp. Because whilst under the influence, all they want to do is kill everybody else. And as long as you stay out the way, you're nice and safe. So there's only two left. And as he has been infected, he'll eventually die. Okay, hopefully he'll take out the other enemy and he'll die himself, and that's the camp clear.
Alright, one more left.
As you can see, there's a cedar sapling here. If I just craft another, I should be able to
Always need this.
collect the cedar sapling. Now the only enemy left is this one here, under the influence. Just waiting for him to die. He's taking his sweet time about it, however. Clearly he's quite resilient to the
That's the last of them.
residue. Okay,
Guess your days of setting ambushes around here are over. Alright, let's see if they got an underground bunker around here.
okay, so that's the Drifter Crossbow, used to take out infestation nests, freakers, and human enemies. Some people like heavy machine guns, sniper rifles. I personally like the Drifter Crossbow. It's silent, extremely deadly, has a fantastic range, and with 5 separate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate crafting bolts, you can't really go wrong with the Drifter Crossbow. So, I would make it your choice of weapon for the game, or for the majority of the game. It's fun to use, and extremely versatile. So if you like this video, hit the like button, feel free to leave a comment, and I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time and effort to come and watch my efforts. Thanks again.